Right, this is page 84 out of your book, 7th grade. That's where we're at. Let me get my board shut off here. So we'll go over here and get the pen. Page 84 in your book, which is Measuring in Metric Units, 2.6. We need some vocabulary. We have our metric system. Okay, and metric system is a decimal system of measurement. And I'm getting that right at the top of page 84 if you can't read with me. The metric system has units for the following: length, mass, and capacity. Length is when you measure how long something is. Mass is how much it weighs. Capacity is how much it holds. So if you look at these measurements, we have our metric measurements. We have in length millimeters, centimeters, kilometers. And millimeters are like very small. Centimeters about the width of your finger, and a kilometer is less than a mile. I'm not really sure how long a kilometer is. You know, we're not used to using those, but I know it's less than a mile. A weight in grams, we have grams, we have milligrams and kilograms, and kilo is the bigger one. Milli is smaller, and gram is in the middle. Liter, I remember liter like a 2 liter of a pop. You can also buy 1 liters. Okay, so liters are pretty common whenever 2 liters came out. I remember when I was a kid and 2 liters came out, that was a really a big deal. So go ahead and write out the lengths. The length measurements are millimeters, centimeters, kilometer. Mass, gram, milligram, kilogram, and capacity, liter, milliliter, and kiloliter. So get those down, and let's go through and let's talk about some benchmarks. And I probably could have done that on the one before. Before we get to example 3, benchmarks for a milliliter is about the thickness, the book says, of a dime. And I like to use, sorry, my board is messing with me. I like to use about the size of a pencil lead. Okay, a centimeter. I use the width of your little finger. They're using the width of a paper clip. Okay, and then a meter. I use the width, of a doorway. And they are using the height of the back of a chair. Okay, so there's more than one ways to use benchmarks for these, and I'm just kind of sharing you the ones that I use and the ones the book uses. So here in example 1 says, estimate the length of the bandage by imagining large paper clips laid next to it. So here's these paper clips, and you can even use fingers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, almost 5. So let's see how they answered that. My thing isn't going to let me move for some reason. My slideshow. Let's see what happens here. Come on. Oh, whoops, go back. It says about 5 large paper clips. So they measure it, and notice it is close to 5, not quite 5, little less than 5 for that. Okay, measure using a ruler. It says measure in the metric ruler, and notice we're on the centimeter side, the centimeters, and then they have the little, these little marks in between. These little ones right here are millimeters, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 centimeters. So if we were to get technical, it's telling you that if there's 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, so it's about at 4.8, almost 5. Okay, find the mass of the apples. Each kilogram is divided into tenths, so the mass of the apples is about 1.5. Notice that means it's between 1 and 2, and there's 10 little ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 little marks, and that's right smack in the middle at 1.5. You can use the, here's some more benchmarks for mass. Milligram is about the grain of a sugar. Now that's 1 grain of sugar, one little teeny tiny grain. It almost looks like salt. 1 gram is about the size of a small paperclip, so you know that barely weighs anything. And 1 kilogram is about a textbook. And ours books are pretty heavy, so I don't know if that's truly a kilogram. Copy and complete using the appropriate metric unit. So as we go through this, here we're going, the mass of a CD is about 16. So is it going to be about 16 pieces of sugar, 16 paper clips, or 16 textbooks? I'm going to say 16 paper clips. Let's see what they say. It's greater than sugar, but less than textbooks, so they picked paper clips. So the best unit would be grams. Okay, what if? Suppose you were to estimate with paper clips that a larger bandage is about 8 centimeters long. Its actual length is more likely to be 7. Is it more actual to be 7.2 or 7.7? So really, if it's close to 8, they're basically asking you which one of these numbers is closer to 8, 7.2 or 7.7. And if you think of it like money, $7.70 is closer to 8, so it would be 7.7. Suppose there were only 3 apples on the scale in example 2. Describe what the pointer would point relative, where the pointer would point relative to the 1 kilogram mark. Now, in there was about 1, 2, 3, there was about 6 of them, so about half of those. So where would it point relative to the 1 kilogram mark? I would say, I don't know if it's asking for this, but I would say since there was 6 of them and that's half, it would probably be less than that. So between 0 and 1, which is less than 1. The mass of a baby is about 4, and remember what our benchmarks are. Grams, let me get my pen back. Grams are a grain of sugar. What's the next one that we have? No, a milligram is a grain of sugar. A gram is a paper clip. And a kilogram is a textbook. Okay, so what does a baby weigh? 4 little things of sugar, 4 paper clips, or 4 textbooks. I'm going to have to go with textbooks on that one. Kilograms. Yep, kilogram for textbooks, because I don't see them. That'd be a pretty small baby if it was any of the others. The mass of a tack. Tack is like a thumbtack that you use to put in a bulletin board to put up papers. Is that 200 milligrams, 200 grams, 200 paper tape? I don't think it's 200 paper clips. I think it's going to be, I'm going to say milligrams. Let's see what it comes up to be. Yep. Find the amount of liquid in the measuring cup. So you can see right here it's more than 200, which is right here, but it's obviously less than 300, which is right here. And those little, there's 100 between the two, 20, it looks like there's 4 sections, 25, there's 250, so it's about 225 milliliters. So divided into fourths, so 225. So example 5, what is the most reasonable capacity of a bathtub? So how much could it hold? 750 milliliters. Now, a milliliter, I don't know if they gave us any benchmarks for milliliters. A milliliter is about, so I can get my pen to work here, a milliliter is about the size of an eyedropper. Okay? A liter, and many of you know a liter, it's about the size of a bottle, like the bottle that I have on my desk holding water. And a kiloliter, KL, is about 8 large trash cans. Okay? So if we start looking at these, what is the most reasonable capacity of a bathtub? So 750, would we use a eyedropper and fill it up with 750 milliliters? Is it about 14 bottles of water? Is it about 240 bottles of water? Is it about 5 large trash cans? Well, I don't think it's that, and I don't think it's this one. I'm going to guess 14 bottles of water. Let's see what they say. I'm really bad at metrics, so we'll see what happens. 14 is too little. 5 would overfill it, so 240 large. I guess that makes about sense to me, 240. So it would be C. See, even I get the problems wrong sometimes. So C's the answer. So the guided practice, number 5, says, what if, suppose there's twice as much liquid in the measuring cup in example 4. Describe the liquid relative to the 400 milliliter mark. Well, do you remember that had 225 milliliters in it? So twice would be 500 milliliters. So where is it relative to the 400? It's greater than it. So it would be above the 400 mark. Match the object with the appropriate capacity, the tube of a toothpaste, a large trash can, and a bottle cap. A tube of toothpaste, pretty small. I would say that's eyedroppers. A bottle cap, I think, would be 8 eyedroppers. Well, I don't know. I'm really bad at this. A tube of toothpaste, we're going to say this. And a large trash can, we're going to say 125 liters. Let's see if we agree. 6 is B. Yeah. 7 is C. And 8 is A. Did pretty good right there. So use your benchmarks. Please look back at the examples to help you. I had to refer back to those even though you guys can't see me. I was looking at them in my book quite often because I don't know metrics as well and I kind of forget them. So that is 2.6 and we'll see you next time in 2.7. Bye.